Childhood is the safest time of your life, full of laughter and innocence. But what if the things you saw back then weren't imagination? What if they were warnings? Every family photo hides a truth. It began with a picture. A faded Polaroid stuck behind my dresser. I was 6, smiling on a swing. My father stood behind me, but between us, a tall, shadowy blur with an arm on my shoulder, my mom turned pale. She whispered, "That's not your father." The shadow moved closer, breathing softly into my ear. When I woke, the photo was gone. On the floor, written in dust, were 3 words. Asterisk found you again. Asterisk, our house didn't have a basement. At least, that's what my parents said. But one night, I found a small brass door beneath the kitchen table. It wasn't there before. I opened it. A staircase led down into blackness. The smell, iron, dirt, something rotten. "Hello," I whispered. A voice answered, "You grew up so fast." I slammed it shut and ran. Years later, after the house was demolished, workers found a hidden basement full of toys, shoes, and a broken swing. When the TV turned to static at night, I used to hear a faint voice. One night it said, "Don't look behind you." I froze. The static shifted. It whispered, "You can see me now." My parents rushed in, but the TV was off. Later, on the camera footage, they saw it. Me standing in front of the screen and a tall shadow behind me with hands on my shoulders. My dad smashed the TV. Her voice was strange, slower. I peeked down the hall. She stood with her back turned, humming my lullaby. Then she stopped. Without turning, she asked, "Why are you awake, sweetheart?" In a voice that didn't sound like hers. The next morning, muddy footprints led from the kitchen to the back door. 2 sets of them. My grandma gave it to me, porcelain face, cracked smile. One day I whispered, "Lucy, I wish I could see Mommy again." The doll blinked. Then it whispered back, "You already have." I threw it in the closet. In the morning, Lucy was sitting on my bed. Behind me, the shadow. On the back, Lucy remembers everything. The house changed sometimes. Doors disappeared, walls moved. I drew the floor plan every day, but every morning it was different. One night I followed a hallway that shouldn't exist. I looked into it. My reflection didn't move. It smiled. The door vanished. 4 white walls. I screamed until I blacked out. We moved to a new city soon after. I thought it was over. This time, the shadow stood right beside me, hand on my shoulder. I wasn't smiling anymore. I looked terrified. That night, static came back on my TV. The whisper too, "Welcome home." I unplugged everything, but my phone buzzed. Unknown number. A photo. Me sitting at my desk, taken from behind. The truth came in pieces. My mother's pale face. The hidden basement. The doll that remembered. "You weren't supposed to remember that house," she said. "Your brother," she whispered. My heart froze. "I never had a brother," she told me I did. "He vanished when we were 5. They never found him. But I always talked to someone after he was gone. Always heard laughter from the shadows. They were him. Still there, trapped between memory and the house that refused to die. The house wasn't cursed. It was remembering. When I finally remembered everything, the swing, the laughter, the shadow, I saw him. "Now it's your turn to stay," he said. And I understood. He wasn't trying to scare me. The photo was never about what was behind me. It was about what I left behind. 2 children on a swing, one fading. The walls of memory closing in, whispering, "Welcome home." Maybe none of us ever really leave. Childhood isn't innocence. It's forgetting. In photographs, in closets, in the hum of static. And when you finally remember, they come back. Childhood memories fade for a reason. They protect us. Maybe it never left. Maybe it's still waiting for you to remember. Thank you for listening. This has been Asterisk Disturbing Childhood Memory Horror Stories. Asterisk sleep well.